have to start new chapter, lesson 3 of Hornbill. So dear students, open your NCERT books. You must be with your pens, pencils and registers. So just begin the chapter enthusiastically. If we look at the title of this particular chapter, that is lesson 3 of Hornbill, that is Discovering Truth, the saga continues, and is written by A.R. Williams. Just look at the title first. So, here discovering. So, if we look at the meaning of this particular word, it means searching out. Discovering means searching out. Truth is the name of king, and the is article here. Saga here means story. Continues means which is in continuity. So just look at the meaning of this particular title. If we look at the brief overview of this particular story, this story is about King Tut, and modern technology. So that is why the chapter is titled like that. Discovering the saga, discovering truth, the saga continues. I think crystal clear about the title, and so far as accuracy of title is concerned, it is 100% correct. It is 100% accurate. So I have told you that we just select the title of any chapter on the basis of the base of the story. If we look at this particular chapter, this searching out about truth, that is, this particular chapter highlights the story till the end. From the beginning to end, thus this particular chapter will highlight searching out about King Tut, because he died very early and he was last year of his dynasty. He belonged to very fine dynasty, so automatically you are crystal clear about the title. Now, second major point is that is about the author. Now, second is we have to look about the author. Oh, note down each and every detail. It is very difficult for you people to find in any book. So just write down the things. So next is about the author. So I have already told you people that this chapter is written by A.R. Williams. Just look at the brief introduction of A.R. Williams. If we look at the brief introduction of the author, A.R. Williams is a senior writer. Is a senior writer in National Geographic magazine. I think crystal clear about the first pin of the author of this particular story. So just look at this particular point again. A.R. Williams is a senior writer in National Geographic magazine. Look at the second brief detail about the author of this story. So just look at the things. This is an extract from one of her articles that featured in National Geographic Volume 207, number 6. I think about second detail of author you are crystal clear. I'm again explaining it. This is an extract. Extract the small portion of text from the big portion. So big text, while we look at the small portion of text, that is called extract. So that is, this particular chapter is an extract from one of her articles that featured in, if we look at the thing, National Geographic Volume 207, number 6. So beta, you should be able to look at this particular point. The third brief detail about A.R. Williams is, just look at the third detail about the author of this particular chapter. So if we look at the sum of popular works, or just look at brief account of a few of popular works. Just look at the things. That is bamboo clothing, and if we look at the next one, that is mystery of the tattooed mummy. Mystery of the tattooed mummy. So this is all about the author. Look at the third point. Our popular works are bamboo clothing, mystery of the tattooed mummy. I think crystal clear about the author. You are able to look at the three pins so far as the author of this particular story is concerned. Now just look at the next step to look at this particular chapter in a very decent way. If we look at the next step, we have to look at the theme of this particular story. If we look at the theme of this particular story, basically, if we look at the basic theme of this particular story, so it is to give us detailed, it is to give us detailed account of or in-depth insight into of Tut, the last ruler of powerful dynasty in Egypt. Now, if we look at the theme of this particular fact or factual story, that is to give us detailed account of Tut, the last ruler of powerful dynasty in Egypt. So I think crystal clear about the theme of this particular lesson. So it is a factual story. So I think be able to look at the things, and it is little bit tough also. So look at the details first, understand the concept first, then you should be able to look at the thing. So if we look at the basic concept, if we look at country Egypt, so in this particular country, when any king died, so his mummy is preserved by spending a lot of money. So automatically they consider the particular point that while the person is person dies, he is able to look at the point in different way. So they believe on the concept that there is life after death. They strongly believe so far as this concept is concerned. So automatically they preserve the dead body. So by just spending a lot of money and by keeping each and everything in that particular mummy, because they consider that there is life after death. No doubt the journey is entirely changed. They believe on this particular point that after death journey is changed. But uh, uh, after death, the person is in the requirement of each and everything as he used to just require the things while he used to be alive. तो ऑटोमेटिकली इस कॉन्सेप्ट में बिलीव करते हैं बेटा इजिप्ट कंट्री में ये if we look at this particular point, यहाँ पे क्या होता है बेसिकली जो किंग्स होते हैं उनकी जब उनकी डेथ हो जाती है उनकी जो मम्मीज होती उनकी डेड बॉडीज होती है उनको प्रिजर्व करके रखा जाता है और उन मम्मीज में सब कुछ रखा जाता है फ्रॉम स्मॉल थिंग टू बिग थिंग ज्वेलरी एवरीथिंग बिकॉज उनका कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि डेथ के बाद भी लाइफ है और आफ्टर डेथ ऑटोमेटिकली for the next journey of his life the person requires each and everything तो वो मम्मी में ही प्रिजर्व करके रखते हैं सारी चीजें. I think you are crystal clear about the base so far as the basic concept is concerned. So I think now look at the details of this particular chapter. Now just look at the brief introduction of the characters of this particular story. We look at the main characters of this particular story. So basic main character, if we look at the things we are studying about that particular personality in the title itself, the main character is King Tut. We look at the basic introduction of this particular fellow. Again, the last heir of a powerful dynasty. So basically, if we look at the detailed word, we are able to use this particular word powerful. So automatically you will have to add one more point in that. That is, if we look at his ancestors means his I think previous generations, they had ruled the empire for centuries. तो काफी सेंचुरी से जो इनकी जो फैमिली थी वो रूल कर रही थी. मे बी his grandfather, maybe his grandfather, maybe his great grandfather, automatically they were ruling Egypt. They had been ruling Egypt for the last so many centuries. And I think crystal clear about this particular point. If we look at first character, you are crystal clear basic character of the story, that is King Tut. Now just look at the things. If we look at one more point for this particular fellow, his body was preserved. It was the first mummy which was CT scanned. पहली ये मम्मी थी जिसको CT scan किया गया था. Otherwise before that nothing such sort of investigations were done. तो ऑटोमेटिकली मैं इसका स्टेप आपको समझ आ गया होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि ये बहुत छोटा था जब इसकी डेथ हो गई थी. कारण ये था कि ये लास्ट था अपनी कम्युनिटी का, अपनी जो हेरिडिटी थी रूल करने वाला. ही डाइड व्हाइल ही वाज टीनेजर. तो इसको सर्च आउट करने के लिए कि हाउ दैट फेलो डाइड एंड व्हेन दैट fellow died. So automatically things were in investigations throughout the chapter. We will be able to look at the detailed account of all these things. Now, just look at the next point. Beta, this chapter is a technical chapter and you will be very serious to look at this concept and this chapter brief detail of each and every basic concept must be with you if you want to look at the chapter in a decent way. If we look at the second character of this particular story, is Howard Carter. You will study about Howard Carter while you will study this particular chapter. Just look at the brief detail of this particular character. So if we look at the thing, because the British archaeologist, he was a British archaeologist who in 1922 discovered King Tut's tomb. So if we look at the thing, he was the first fellow who just searched out, who just discovered about King Tut. So automatically just add one more point to this particular character. If we look at this particular detailed account, detailed brief account of this particular fellow, Howard Carter. So you have to add one more point in that. So he did great damage to the king's preserved body. So I think crystal clear about Howard Carter, second character of this particular chapter. So this is a factual chapter. This is a fact, not a fiction. So now just look at the next character of this particular lesson. Third character. If we look at third character, you have to study about Zahi Hawass. H-A-W. So just points about this particular fellow. If we look at Zahi Hawass, he was the Secretary General. Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. So just if we look at the brief introduction of this particular fellow, so he was the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. So if we look at the word, it means the old expensive material antiquities. You are able to look at this particular point. Now look at the second point about this fellow, that is Zahi Hawass. So if we look at the second point, we have to look at this particular point, what he did. So just look at that. He scanned King Tut's mummy for an accurate forensic reconstruction. So just look at the things. So understand the meaning of this particular point. That is second point about Zahi Hawass. What he did, you have to look at the things. So he scanned King Tut's mummy for an accurate. If we look at this particular point, he wanted to look at an accurate viewpoint of the basis of this particular death. So यहाँ forensic related to crime, forensic means related to crime. Reconstruction, you have to look at this particular word in a very different way. Reconstruction is while we just look at the proof of anything. So just look at this particular point. You wanted to look at the proof, evidence of this particular death. So that is why he had scanned includes mummy. I think mummy word, you are crystal clear about that. So now just look at the next character of this particular factual story. If we look at the next point, just going to study about very important characters. If we look at the things, Amon Horta 3. We look at this particular character, Amon Horta 3. You have to look at this particular point. King Tut's father or grandfather. So, if we look at the next point of this particular character, so automatically it was they were powerful rulers. Now, just look at the things who ruled for almost 40 years, 4 decades. Just look at, I've told you that this is a very important character. So it is, why this word is used, is this particular character is maybe King Tut's father or grandfather. Because after looking at the details, nobody was able to recognize the fact that whether his father was alive or not. So that is why the word grandfather is also highlighted with that. So automatically maybe grandfather or maybe father. So automatically he was a powerful ruler and who ruled for almost 40 years. I think crystal clear about Amenhotep III. Now just look at the next character of this particular factual story. If we look at the next character, it is Amenhotep IV. And if we look at this particular character, so he promoted the worship of Aten. The worship of Aten. So you will study in detail so far as this particular things are concerned. So Amenhotep IV, he played very negative role to look at the dynasty. So क्या किया उन्होंने? He promoted the worship of Aten. And if we look at this particular point, so and change his name and change his name to Akhenaten. So, so whatever, I think you're crystal clear to look at the point. He promoted the worship of Aten. If we look at the meaning of this particular word, you should be able to recognize that particular point. That is, disk of the sun. So he had promoted that particular, I think, things. He wanted to look at the religion at the different levels. So that is why he had promoted simultaneously. He had changed his name from Amenhotep to, if we look at the thing, Akhenaten, because he was strict believer of Aten, that is disk of the sun. So if we look at this particular point, we should be able to look at the point at the different level. He had not handled the dynasty in a proper way. He outraged the country by attacking Ammon. इससे पहले Ammon को माना जाता था. Ammon, if we look at the thing, is Egyptian god of sun and air. So automatically he had deleted that particular point. He had just attacked on even by a major god. वहां पे उससे पहले Ammon को major god माना जाता था. तो automatically तो he tried his best to look at the things in very negative way. How? Just look at the thing. He had smashed the images of this particular Ammon god. So, and automatically he played a major role in closing the temples belong to Ammon. So automatically he wanted people to follow Athens. He wanted people to say goodbye to the worshipping of Ammon. So he started, I think, a religious conspiracy. That was a very negative sign so far as this particular character is concerned. So this is all about the main characters of this particular story. Now just look at the base. Now look at the chapter in detail. Now it's time to look at the chapter in detail. I think the basic points of this chapter, from title to theme, author, and the characters, each and everything is crystal clear. Now look at the beginning of the chapter. Now start the chapter in very enthusiastic way. So open your book on page number, I think the page number is 22. Open your book on page number 22. So now, before beginning, one more concept you have to look in detail. Just look at, if we look at King Tut. So, he was born in 1341 BC. In 1320. So look at the name of this particular king, that was King Tut. And if we look at one more name, it was also called Tutankhamun. So just look at this particular point, and we have to look at this particular king in 2 or 3 names. If we look at the chapter in detail, one is Tut, second is already Tutankhamun, and if we look at the next, Tutankhaten. So automatically we will be able to look at the name, and moreover, he was born in 1341 BC and died in 1321 BC. Note down each and every point. I think no book will give you these points. I'm just announcing this particular point time and again. So consider it your moral responsibility. So now just look at this particular point. What is BC? I think you must have studied about this particular term in your history. So if we look at BC, one more term is there, which is very related to this particular concept, that is AD. If we look at BC, BC is before the birth of Christ. So BC is before the birth of Jesus Christ. I think crystal clear. If we look at the numbers in BC, it is in decreasing order. He was born in 1341 and died in 1321. So it is in reverse chronological order, reverse order. I think BC is crystal clear. It is before Christ, before the birth of Christ. Now just look at the thing, AD. If we look at this particular AD, AD is basically, if we look at the basic meaning of AD, that is in the year of the Lord. That is considered, that is in the year of the Lord. Yani after the birth of Jesus Christ, we should be able to look at this particular era, that is AD. Now I think look at the chapter, our detailed study of the chapter. I think start from page number 22, dear students. You should be very, very cautious to listen the things. Then only you will be able to understand each and every point of the chapter. Basic concepts of this particular chapter are over. Now just look at page 22. We look at first time he was just a teenager when he died. So this teenager, while any person is in the age of 13 to 19, जब 13 से 19 की एज में कोई भी बच्चा होता है, कोई भी ह्यूमन बीइंग होता है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसको टीनेजर बोला जाता है. So now just to look at the thing, first line of the chapter gives a crystal clear pic. That fellow, that is King Tut, died while he was very small. He was a teenager while he died. So automatically, first point of the chapter is crystal clear so far as the detailed study of the chapter is concerned. This is the first and the foremost point. We have studied this particular point in our intro part also. So now just look at the second point. If we look at the second, the last heir of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. So if we look at HEIR, जैसे honest का H silent रहता है ना, is pronounced, should be pronounced is, not H should be completely silent in that. And if we look at the meaning of this particular word, it means successor. Is successor the person who is able to look at the next? तो जो कि पूर्वजों द्वारा दिया गया जो अगला हकदार होता है, अगला जो आई थिंक कम्युनिटी होती है, हकदार होती कम्युनिटी है, दैट इज कॉल्ड सक्सेसर. सो ऑटोमेटिकली automatically you should this particular point. So what had happened, just look at page 22 only. The last I of a powerful family. Already in intro we have studied why that particular. Now just look at the next same point in detail. It was the last successor of powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. He was laid to rest laden with gold and evil. What had happened? So he died very early. He was very small while he died. So automatically was a cat. Automatically his dead body was preserved in a form of mummy. तो उसकी डेथ के बाद क्या हुआ, उसकी डेड बॉडी को प्रिजर्व किया गया मम्मी के फॉर्म में. ऑलरेडी आई हैव टोल्ड यू, आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन यू द introduction of mummy. This is basically in Egypt only. This particular tradition is available in Egypt only. So while any rich king died, automatically his dead body is preserved. So because they believe that there is life after death also. So that is why they just look at this particular activity or this particular. Now just look at the thing. I think for today this is all. Any doubt, any query, you can make your queries, students. We will be in continuity for this chapter in our next lecture. But I want you let you know that this chapter is quite tough. You have to be very, very cautious. Just search out each and everything from title to every point. Then only you should be able to look at the things in a systematic way. Consider your moral responsibility. So any doubt, any query, I am available. Otherwise, thank you. Thanks a lot.